Coming to you live, KDJ Podcast.
Bam, bam, bam.
Welcome back.
We got different audio setup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might sound a little different for this episode.
But
Hell
we
yeah.
need hands-free, space-free. I had an anxiety attack like 20 minutes ago. Setting
Super-
everything up. I was
super
like, we can't do this.
It's too much.
We're going to be doing activities today, so we can't, we needed the hand space to maneuver. So we couldn't have the mics right in front of us.
Yeah.
So that's why the sound quality is going to be a little bit different. We're using an open air mic on our setup today.
Yeah, it's an exciting adventure for us to find out how it works, because we can learn now.
But
And,
before we tell them,
Before.
attention, sir.
So yeah, we are sampling a beer today, as in good KDJ Podcast etiquette. And today I went down and bought my beer from a local distributor on 611 in Tannersville. I worked there, so it was an easy choice. They do have good.
I knew right where it was.
Yeah, it was not hard to find. They had ice, they had beer, and that's how it came to be. And our sound levels sound wonderful, just in case we were worried about it.
Yeah, but the best sound.
These are 6.3.
Yeah.
That's the best sound on the microphone.
So even though Keith has a bias against IPAs, this one will change your view.
Well, I've liked the different IPAs.
Yeah. No, this is a mango cinnamon IPA.
Yeah, which I never even thought the two.
Yeah,
together.
you are going to be pleasantly surprised. Happy Brothers Day.
Happy Brothers Day.
KDJ Podcast.
Cheers.
Cheers. Let's get it. Oh yeah, and it's
That's-
Goose Island Lost Palate is the beer that we're sampling today. It is a mango cinnamon flavored hazy IPA, so it's definitely very enjoyable.
That threw my taste buds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an IPA.
What is it?
It's 100% is an IPA. You people could probably hear Zeus. He's trying to break into the shed and join us for the show.
Yep.
Yeah, so this beer isn't it's not a bad IPA.
No. It's definitely
It's
different. It's a hazy IPA, so
a better tasting one. But it's definitely an IPA. Definitely
Yeah.
that bitter.
it's not his favorite kind of beer, but also it's not terrible beer either. It's definitely one of those
I'd
things.
probably rate it about a 45.
Yeah, 45 on miles per hour.
Yeah, 45 miles per hour.
I'm definitely at a solid 60. I'm not rating this beer an 88, but only because I think it is such a unique taste. There's very few things that have a similar palate to it. So, Lost Palate, Goose IPA, you did a great job. This one is just a heavy drinking beer. If you want to get drunk,
it's very heavy.
drink it. If you don't even taste it. 'Cause
Like,
that's what's gonna
doing a
happen.
55 like I'm going across country on
Yeah.
80.
Okay.
Doing
That's
55
fair.
hitting my life.
You don't want to get pulled
I
over.
did bring something better for the next episode for us to try.
I don't
So
want to get pulled over. So
yeah,
55.
this is heavy.
55.
Yeah.
So sweet. So, we're going to let Joe introduce what we're doing
Because
today.
he's like the expert.
Dude,
right
today we are doing even an awesome episode. We are doing a fly tying episode, so this way we can kind of keep ourselves occupied waiting for the fall salmon run. The KDJ Podcast crew is going all the way to Pulaski, New York this year, and we're going to get into some sweet-ass king salmon, coho salmon, maybe a couple steelhead, brown trout, rainbow trout.
And your mom.
Anything, yeah. Any hole will do. And this is what
Just
we're
no
here
happy
for.
feet.
Yeah, no happy feet up there, unfortunately, but we'll live without it. So starting off, we're going to do a woolly bugger egg-sucking leech to start with.
This is the first time I'm ever
Fly
tying
tying. That's so
anything,
cool.
so I'm super stoked about it.
I have put countless countless amount of hours into fly tying, so I am the resident tutor, if you will.
He said that with his pinky.
Yes, tutor.
Tutor.
So you got your hook out of your jig thing.
Yeah, you got to pull it out because we are starting with a palm. This way it's pre-made. You want to kind of stab it in the middle as much as you can.
Okay.
And then you just want to kind of force it through as much through the middle as you can. And then you're going to force it up to the head of the hook.
That's what she said.
Yeah, work your way to the head. And then the shaft. So yeah, there are actually parts of a hook. It's the head, shank, and gap.
Dude, I don't want to brag, but mine's like dead center perfect.
Yeah, that's bulls on dead center. Perfect.
And you want it all the way up to the...
Yeah, all the way up to the hook. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, the eyelet. Yep.
Okay.
Eyelet is the end.
And then this is going back on the jig.
Yep, back in your vise.
In my vise.
Yeah.
Okay.
And hopefully we get some people who are new to fly tying to have a little tutorial here.
It's fly tying is definitely something that's different.
Yeah, I mean it takes time. It takes trial and error, and it definitely takes a little bit of creativity
and patience.
You know what kills me though? I watch so many fly tying videos on YouTube.
And there's no
and
really...
these people are whipping them out like it's nothing.
Yeah.
So fast.
Yeah, as you can see, I'm already started.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's fine. You don't have to be fast.
So I just tie it on?
Yeah, so what you'll do is
or behind them?
You'll take your little tag end. I would let out a little less. You can roll it back in. But, yeah, so take your little tag end and then just tie it in behind the head. So what I mean by tie it in behind the head is just pinch it up against the shank behind the head. Yep, there you go.
And you're just going to roll it down.
Yeah, just roll it around so this way it gets cinched in there. And then we'll move on to the next.
That's the great thing about tying flies.
There's no right way to do it.
Yeah, and it's one knot, and that's just at the end.
Yep,
no matter what.
the whip finish is definitely
Hard
relatively easy. You get it. You'll get it. Yeah.
So I just...
Usually...
Wait, you don't... So you don't actually tie it on there?
No, I usually just kind of leave the tag end lay, and then I wrap it nice and tight. There you go. And then just kind of...
follow it down.
Yeah, follow it,
I
and then go over it toward the back of the hook. Because what I do with woolly buggers is I'll do a wrap the whole way around to the back end of the hook toward the gap.
This is like professional right here.
Yeah,
you
it
guys
looks
are
good.
Gonna be like, wow, Keith.
It does. Wow, Keith.
I might start a fly tying business.
You should. We all should. We should sell them by the dozen.
Could you imagine just sitting around and drinking beer and doing this all day?
It would be super cool. I wish I could be a pro fly tyer. And flies go anywhere from $1.50 to $3 a piece, dependent on what you're tying and what you're tying for. Like up in Pulaski, all of the shops have their own homemade, hand-tied hooks, and they're like $20 a dozen. So, and it's not a baker's dozen; it's 12, and they literally take them out of your little
You're
container,
not getting extra,
and they count them. Like, I mean, which is cool. You know, it's understandable.
Can I use the shiny stuff?
You will, yes.
Oh,
but
not yet.
First, we'll start with the marabou, and that is the black. Yep, the black. Okay. You'll pull one out, and then you'll try to separate one feather.
Just for everybody listening,
there's pull the whole thing.
There is a ton of like different feather material,
there
shiny
is
stuff on our table right now.
A special.
Yeah, we're joining the Rainbow Pride with all these bright colors.
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah, you want them to be as annoying looking as possible, because
you want to piss
these fish are not feeding. They are up in the river trying to get some punani and trying to release their eggs and their sperm.
No, you're in my way.
Yeah, and they literally will attack something just to get it out of their way and to increase their odds of doing that. You know, making more salmon, because
that's you guys are going red and black. I'm going super duper hot pink.
Nice.
So yeah, you'll just want to pluck some off the back end of that, Keith, and then you'll want to pinch it nice and tight, and then you'll want it hanging off the back.
Okay, so I don't want this full length.
Yeah, you don't need
going
the
on.
whole.
Okay,
you don't need the
gotcha.
whole entire thing.
I'm gonna cut some of this off.
You want to do from the
You could
spine
even
up,
just
right?
pinch some. Yeah, from the bottom end up, and you'll want to just
So
kind of
all this has to go.
That's all got to go, yeah. I mean, you could even use that for your fly. So what I usually do is I'll separate the lower section and I'll pinch it off, and then I'll just kind of peel it off the stem. So that way you're left with that, and then just pinch it right there, and then that end will be what you tie to the... There you go. He's got it ready. He's ready for professional level fly tying here, and yeah. So then you'll want to tie that all the way back to your to the bend of your shaft there, of your hook shaft. You want to go all the way back, and you'll get feathers that just kind of like end up being all over the place, but we'll clean that up at the end. And then we will do. I'm gonna do a dub body, but you have over there chenille, and you have chenille in your box as well. So
Okay. So the chenille, should I have a different color, or should it be the same color?
it doesn't have to be a different color. Black
Okay.
is good. I gave you all black. But
Black
what you'll
like
do,
my soul.
black my soul.
Okay.
I gave you the chenille to.
Oh, this is like. Okay.
Make it a little
It's like
easier.
thread, like fuzzy thread.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's almost like yarn with.
How much
with-
of this do
with
you
a
think
cord
I
in
need
it.
here?
You can cut off like an inch to 2 inches, cause
Inch or 2 inches. Okay.
yeah, cause it doesn't. You don't need a ton.
So
But yeah, basically, I'm tying flies on a daily basis to keep my mental health in check because I literally can't wait to go fishing.
Well, and this seems like it could be like one of those like therapeutic activities
Oh, yeah.
that you just have as a hobby, where it's just like calm and you just
yeah, for
chill and-
sure, dude. I sit in my room and I zen out. Like I have an old computer desk that I made into my fly tying station, and literally I'll just like lose track of hours in that room and just kind of like go to town tying flies like it's something to do. And I'm going with gold hackle.
So then I just tie this and leave it hanging.
This is your chenille right here. You even have brown chenille. You don't have any black though, right? Doesn't appear that you have black. That's okay.
What am I doing with the
all of it's
chenille?
good.
Oh yeah, I should put that back in the bag.
Yeah. So the chenille you want to tie into the back of your into the back end of your fly, so this way it doesn't come loose when you go to
Gotcha.
start.
alright, so what are we doing with this
I'm
thing?
gonna start yanking.
That
the fish
you
out.
are gonna tie in at the back end of your fly.
So start at the back and come forward with it.
Yeah. We'll just leave it tied on for now because we'll get to that point
Oh, you do
here.
this separately.
Yeah, because what I do is I'll tie the hackle, I'll tie the chenille, and I'll tie if there's like a body wrap, because sometimes you put in like another track, like a bright colored attraction at the end, but we didn't, so it's fine. That body wrap just kind of helps maintain the fly's durability. So for this instance, we'll just stick with just tying in your. Well, don't wrap it yet. Just leave it tagged off for now.
So I'm wrapping the body, right?
Yeah, you want to wrap the body, but we didn't tie in any. We didn't tie any hackle in. So
Yeah.
you have black hackle over there, Keith.
Mm-hmm. It's like black and shiny blues and silver.
Yeah. You're gonna want to tie that in at the back end of your